Morning, gang. Welcome along. It's Saturday, the 13th of June, 2020. Welcome along to our little chat show again this morning, boys and girls. What looks like a very nice day. I've been busy already, dear. Up at 8:15. Washing from yesterday, which was drying in the kitchen, is now drying on the line outside. Trouble is drying stuff in the kitchen. You know, you've got to keep a little bit of ventilation going, especially in a flat. If you're in a flat or something like that, don't be trying to dry clothes with all the doors and things and windows closed, right? Because you'll just get condensation everywhere. The amount of times I've had to, you get a phone call from the estate agent. Oh, there's a tenant complaining that they're getting a lot of damp and mould. And you go round there, or not me, the estate agent goes around there because I'm a landlord as well. Estate agent go around there and it's 200 degrees heat in the flat and everything's closed. Doors, windows. Oh, hello. Why is there water everywhere? Because you're not letting it out. That's why. Very, very important to ventilate. We need to, not on one of those machines, hopefully. We need to ventilate. Oh, don't look a very pleasant experience being on a ventilator, does it? They shove a great big tube down your throat. I'm not having something great big thing like that shoved down my throat. Not a nice experience at all. You need to not be ventilated. Ventilate, dear. Ventilate. Very important. So I did some washing yesterday, what I've been waiting to do, but it's been so damp and dreary, and I hung it around the kitchen, which is all right, you know. I mean, and it's a nice smell. It puts a nice smell in the kitchen with the not deodorant, with the washing powder and the fabric conditioner. Nice smells in there. Until, of course, if you make the mistake of cooking something smelly in the kitchen. I don't know, like something spicy, perhaps a curry maybe, or chili stuff, or even onions. Onions are the best ones. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, so you're frying the onions, completely unaware of something that might be happening to your clothes, which are in the same room. I did exactly that some months ago when I was in the caravan up at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, in Chapel Hill. And I'd been cooking, and then I went round to my nephew's house and the children there, and his wife said, "You smell foreign." And I'm like, "What is that smell?" "You smell foreign." "Do I?" Anyway, I had a hooded top and I went, "Oh, do you know, you're right." And it was the smell of the chili and all the beautiful spices that I'd been using in this slow cooker thing. Ventilate, my darling. Talking of slow cookers, my feet are going to be simmered later on, hopefully, boys and girls. My brand new foot spa is arriving. How fabulous is that? A foot spa. Later on tonight, I'm hoping to have my little feet in the foot spa, watching Casualty with it bubbling away, dear. And apparently, it's got some sort of vibration in it as well, which would be... You just sit there watching Casualty like that. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I was asking some people if you can put anything in it. Most people said you need to read the instructions because you could put something in it, and because there are little holes in there what blow out the bubbles, you don't want to be blocking those up, not when you just bought the thing. So looking forward to the old spa coming there. And of course the nice weather. So I've hung me washing up in expectation of lots of sunny, warm weather today, which we haven't had for a little while. My nephew Gary took two of the children, Evie and Harry, up to the caravan yesterday. They keep threatening to eat my chocolate egg because my sister has obviously been round there at some point and left me a galaxy chocolate Easter egg. And it's not just chocolate egg, an Easter egg. Easter. It might be a bit old, but I'm sure it'll be perfectly all right. A chocolate Easter egg is awaiting for me in the caravan. And the blooming kids, Evie who's 8 and Harry who's 7, keep threatening to eat it before I get up there. Evil people. Anyway, they were at the caravan yesterday. My nephew went up just to have a little look at the roof because there was a little bit of a leaking problem at the end of last year. Not massive, just a little bit of a drip coming down where the new water heater was, but he blocked that up, and I thought there was a leak at a point where one of the sunroofs has been taken out and replaced with flashing, basically. So I got some special silver external silver tape, and I taped that all up as well. And they've had a lot of rain the last 3 days up in Lincolnshire, so my nephew went up to have a look around. He's not a single drip anywhere. So I think he's sorted out that problem. And where are we now? Number 2. Where's number 2? Number 2. Yes, and I've also ordered some frosted glass film stuff. Because on one side of our Lincolnshire television studio complex, some people call it a caravan, I call it a television studio complex. On one side, my windows look directly out onto another caravan, and there's like, I don't know, about about 8 to 10 foot in between the two caravans, something like that, I suppose. And when you're going around, I like a bit of privacy, so I've ordered some frosted plastic stuff. Now, apparently this stuff, it says on the instructions, it's quite easy to put up. I don't think I'll attempt it. I'll probably leave it to my nephew, who's good at these DIY type things. Good, that'll cost me another meal, I suppose. I'll have to take them all out now to McDonald's. We're not sitting in there. My God, the viruses are alive. The virus is alive with the sound of infection, with songs they have sung. For a few months, Boris Johnson is concerned with the sight of virus. Very, very dangerous, darling. We won't be going to McDonald's or any restaurant. We'll have to do a takeout. You drive to that little thing, and you speak it. Good morning, McDonald's. Can I help you, sir? And you tell them what they want, and they throw it out of a window, don't they? They throw it out of a window. I think they could make that much more exciting. Drive-ins and places like that, Kentucky Fried Chicken, whether it's McDonald's or anywhere like, even Starbucks. What they could do is, do you want the static or the mobile delivery service, please? I said, I'll have the mobile one, please. Okay, keep moving slowly, your car, don't stop. And then as your car comes past, they try and throw it through the window. That would be much more fun, wouldn't it? Eh? When we're sitting there bored, dear, in your little cars, waiting while they carefully hand this thing out of the window. I don't think I'd like to do that job, the McDonald's, from that window. They must get bad backs and arms doing that, mustn't they? Because all the cars are all different sizes. Some are down here on the floor, especially you've got like one of those expensive, I don't know, something like a Lamborghini. Which I must say, I'd have no interest whatsoever in owning a Lamborghini or anything like that. But they'd have to get out and lean right. They must get bad backs doing that. So why bother? Have everything as a mobile delivery. And then you drive slowly and they try and chuck it in the window. And if it doesn't get through your window, that's your fault. You shouldn't have been driving so fast then. Perhaps I could use that method on the motorways or something like that. Thanks for your messages coming in. I'll come to those in due course, my darlings. All right. So that's McDonald's. So I'll have to take him to McDonald's for the little jobs that he's been doing, Gary. He's very good, my nephew. I don't think he's up yet, but he just pops around to the caravan whenever he wants and has a little check-up for me. I asked the children to do a spider search. Very, very important that no spiders are there when I get there. Oh, there was one yesterday underneath my oven, actually, where the plinth thing is and the oven there, right? And I saw it. Oh, I've got to get that. Out come the Hoover. Oh, he escaped. He escaped underneath the kitchen unit. What if it might be laying eggs in there now? I might go downstairs later on trying to do some lunch and millions of spiders appear from underneath the kitchen unit. It's very worrying. Or they would come out at night. They might come out at night, come out of the kitchen into the house and try and eat me while I'm laying in bed. I think I've made quite a big meal, to be honest. I came in here early. Before you see me, looking rather spick and span, if you don't mind me saying so. Before you see, I come in here sometimes in a pair of underpants. And I sat there and I looked over, and I'm adjusting the cameras, you see. If you don't adjust the cameras, all the colours look wrong. I have to do that every time. And I looked over at the camera over there, that one over there. I looked at that one over there. And honestly, that was just hanging. It's awful. Dreadful. I must get back on that Slimming World. Very, very important to get on the Slimming World. Now, why does that say Network 3 Access? I don't know what that means. Just a second. Let me turn something off here. No, why is that Network 3 Access? Don't know what that means. So that's Gary. And he also had a little look at my air conditioning thing, the one in the bedroom. When it's on heating, it makes like a ticking. It's almost like it sounds like water dripping. Now, I found some information on Google about ticking air conditioning, where it sounds like it's dripping, which is usually a blocked drain hole. But unbeknown to me, he took the thing apart while it was there, didn't he? He's gone up and unscrewed the thing, and you flip it forward and lift something up to see if the hole is empty or not. And he said it's not blocked at all. So I don't know what that is. It's doing it when it's on heating mode. So it was doing it in December and January. Not like tick, tick, tick. It's like tick, and then a period of time passes and it ticks again. It does sound like a water dripping. But I haven't found anything where the problem is when it's on heat mode, only when it's on cold mode. So I'm a bit perplexed to wonder what's doing that. That being said, it has been up a year now, so you need to get these things serviced, a bit like a boiler. Don't put your boiler off for 2 years, because you know when it'll go wrong, middle of winter. It's like with cars, everything like that. Through 2/3, I've been told this, 2/3 of keeping something like a car, boiler, air conditioning going, 2/3 of that is having it regularly serviced. Don't skip a service. False economy. It really is false economy to do anything like that. Anyway, so that was my nephew, so we'll see if we can find that out. And then later on last night, Ronnie popped over because we went shopping. We go to Lidl now once a week, so we went shopping yesterday. We got there, 5 cars in the car park. I love it. 5 cars in the park. Yes, excellent. No one in here. Brilliant. Very pleased about that. So we went round there. I am continuing my stock building already for the second wave of virus problems. I'm stock building. I bought some more baked beans. My freezer's full up here. Absolutely chock-a-block with stuff, my freezer now. Can't get anything else in it. Maybe one or 2 more packets of frozen vegetables. That's about it. So I've continued to build my stocks in there. He bought a plant in there. Lovely big plant he bought. I don't think it was a yucca. It's like a palm, and it's got like two sort of trunks, twigs, trunks like that. And it's got like palm like palm leaves on the top. £11.99 for that. I thought that was a very good buy. They didn't have many of them in there. The thing is with the Lidl and the Aldi, when it comes to plants, you need to get them quickly because they don't look after them. If they come in on the Thursday, you want to get them Thursday or Friday, or just Thursday if it's a very hot day, because no one ever waters the damn things. Sad, really, isn't it? So he bought that. He was telling me his cat, one of his cats, Vuitton, it's a ginger boy cat, and it had a brain operation last year, and it had a big tumour cut off its brain at enormous expense to him and his other half. But nevertheless, it was done, and he's still around now, and he's not quite with it most of the time. Well, I wouldn't be quite with it when I'm not quite with it now, as you well know. See what I mean? I can't help it. Can't help it. Can't help it. Really, can't help it. Anyway, so this cat had part of its brain removed last year, and it recently got all its fur matted up. I told you I said this on the show yesterday. Well, so he's taking it into the vets to have it shaved. Well, the cat weren't having that, was it? They never finished the job. Cat was going absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. So I think he's got to take it back at some point, although he doesn't want to because the cat got really upset with that. Very, very unhappy. Anyway, as he had some of his body's been shaved, and as he's had that, he went out and bought a coat for the cat in case it gets cold. Middle of the bleeding summer, he's bought the cat a coat. Anyway, he tried to put it on. No, not having that. Cat was going mad, dear. This cat was doing its bleeding nut yesterday, I tell you. Shocking. So he didn't bother with that in the end. Bought the little cat a coat. Funnily enough, he's got a kitten. I say kitten, I think that's about a year old now. And she's pure brilliant white, like a albino type kitten, which I think they think she might be a bit deaf. But usually when you get the pure white animals like that, they've usually got something wrong with them. You know, we think this one might be deaf. But nevertheless, he put it on her just to try it. She loved it. Very happy to have a coat put on, but not the other one. Cats don't like all that fuss, do they? They don't. They will come to you when they're ready for something. Don't try and if a cat's angry, don't go near it. Leave it alone. Do not try and pacify it at all. It will not have it. I had it with one of my cats. She got very upset once, not due to me, but because there was another cat in. She turned on me, dear. After I got rid of the cat, like it was my fault the bling was in here. Oh, she was going mad. You cannot pacify a cat. If it's going mad and it's hating you and it's hissing at you, walk away. Come back 2 hours later, it will have completely forgotten what on earth was going, what had upset it in the first place. All right? And the other thing with Veet on the cat, when he's happy, he lays on you and he purrs his head off and dribbles. He dribbles when he's purring. And then after a while, he'll shake his head like that and the dribble goes all over the place. It ended up in my mate's mouth. Oh, cat dribble in your mouth, dear. Some of you possibly kiss your cats. I don't know, do you? Anyway, so that's what I've been going on today. I had to cut some of the, not wisteria. What's that thing that grows up as well? The nice little smelling white flowers. Were they? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Can't remember what they're calling. Well, jasmine. Jasmine's, oh, it's so easy to grow. You get a little pot like that in the supermarket, you know, I don't know, about £5, right? When it's finished flowering, plant it in the garden. It goes all up the house. It's massive. Anyway, I looked out into the garden the other day because I've got lights out there. I thought it's a bit dark out there. Are the lights not working? I went out there. This jasmine has completely covered the lights outside. So I thought, I'll have to cut that down. So I cut that down yesterday, which is a great shame, really. But you have to. Otherwise, what's the point in having the lights in the first place? Cut those down. And now it's much brighter in the garden now, and I can see everything going on that there. But I don't like cutting stuff like that down. Lovely smell it was a few weeks ago. It's gone now, the jasmine. But the smell had for about two to 3 weeks, I say. It was coming in through the open windows and everything. And the other thing is, if it gets up onto the roof, I think sometimes it can sort of move the tiles out of the way as a little bit worrying, really. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. All right, let's just say hello to some of you this morning. I'll go up to the top there. Morning to Jason Hughes, Mick Davenport, Mandy. Morning, Mandy. Gavin is in the house. Good morning, Gavin. Oh, by the way, we've got some pictures to show you today from... Peter Wright has sent in some pictures. He's bought new gadgets. Nice. Credit where credit's due. Nice gadgets have been sent in by Peter Wright, and today we will require 24 likes today. 24 likes today to show you Peter Wright's pictures today, and they're nice pictures. They're nice pictures, new gadgets that he's bought. One in particular I think you might be interested in. Okay, so if you want to see Peter Wright's pictures of the gadgets he sent in last night, well, actually he sent it this morning at 6:30 in the morning. So you're lucky that I've had time to put them on the system. But yes, they are here. There's one in particular I'd like you to see. If you want to see those, hit the like button. When we get to 24 likes, I will show them to you. All right? Excuse me. Is it Jason's birthday today? I don't know if it is or not, really. Is it his birthday? Let's have a look. Morning to Gavin. Hello to Gavin. Diane Jeb, good morning to you. Mike Reese-Ponto, good morning on this fine sunny Saturday. Yeah, the sun's out here. I'm looking forward to a nice day today. Okay, morning to Michael Pullman. Hello, sir. Dr. Gregorian. Gary Davidson. Hello, Gary. All right. I noticed there's certain people that are only here on Saturday mornings. Presumably you're the ones who have been lucky enough to carry on working at the moment. Morning to John Paris. Sherry's still fast asleep. Well, wake her up, dear. How rude to be sleeping while this show is on. Rude. Morning, John. Morning to the lovely Heidi Young. Hello, Heidi. Hello to Peter Paliwoda. Good morning. Andy, greetings to you, sir. There's my nephew. Oh, Gary Butler's there already. Good morning, Gary Butler, head of pigeons. There's Gary's job. No, actually, no. Gary Butler, nephew, head of Lincolnshire television studio complex maintenance. There you go. Oh, I've got something in my eye now. Don't you hate that, ladies, when it goes in your eye? I really do. Or something in my eye. There we are. I'm not reading that, John. John's gone for a check at the. John's gone for a check at the doctors. Have you? How awful. Yes, that's right, John. The film is what? There's no sticky on it at all. There's no sticky on it. It's just a film, and you take the backing off. Apparently, spray the window with water, and then that's it. And then it just goes up with this paste, not paste. You know, this flat thing. Like a window thing. I would imagine they'd be quite easy to tear, actually. But I'm sure Gary will do that for me for a price, of course. Good morning to all right, Gary. Good morning to John Aitken. Hello, Rachel. Morning, Rachel. Amelia Phillips. Good morning to you. Hello to Gareth Loxton. He's got a big trip in the RAV4 to London from Welsh Wales, from the Valley. He's going from the Valley to the Welsh, from the Welsh Wales to the Valley. Good morning. Gareth, you're not going painting statues, are you, darling? Please don't start painting the statues. I've got something to say about that this morning. People going and painting the statues. Now, I've been watching this on the telly. People going up and painting the statues. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. Have you seen the quality of the paintwork on these statues? For a start, I can only see ever two colours being used, black and red. Dreadful. Now, I'll give it to you. Some of these statues are looking a little bit past their sell-by date. I'll give that to you. And they're a bit bland, aren't they? They either seem to be black, if it's like a metal, or like, what colour would you call it? Beige, if it's concrete. Awful. So, some people, out of the goodness of their hearts, no doubt, have taken it upon themselves to paint some of the statues. But honestly, I don't know where you got your artwork from. They're dreadful. You can't even paint on between the lines. I mean, have any of you heard about colour by numbers? Perhaps you want to try that out a little bit first. I'm all for sprucing up these statues a bit, but if you haven't got any qualifications in art, then please don't bother, my darlings. Dreadful. The paint doesn't fit in between, like the lips. Now, if you can paint, perhaps a little bit of red lip round there, a little bit of sort of complexion colour, you know, instead of the grey concrete or the black metal or whatever colour it happens to be. Dreadful, dreadful quality of painting going on in this city of ours. Awful. And look at that lot in Bristol. Not a clue. They obviously couldn't get up to the statue, so they were going to take it down and paint it nicely on the floor. No, bloody idiots pulled the whole thing over, didn't they? And then accidentally chucked it in the river. Shocking. What a shocking state of affairs. I'll give it to you. Some of these statues do need to be spruced up a little bit. But if you can't paint properly, please don't, darlings. It's just awful. Painting by numbers. Perhaps that's what I need to do. Perhaps I should go into London and put little numbers on there and perhaps a little chart next to the placard on the statue saying number 1, green. Number 2, red. Because you haven't got any clue of colours, have you? Black and red, is that it? Can you afford anything else? Well, don't start the job then if you can't finish it properly. If there was a statue of me up somewhere, which I'm sure is not too far away now, boys and girls, I'm on to the councils all the time. Hello there. Yes, it's Chris Reardon here. Who? Chris Reardon. Who? Chris Reardon from United Kingdom Talk. Yes, sir. How can we help you? Yeah. Can you tell me, how can I go about having a statue of myself put up in Bracknell? Hello? I put the phone down. Rude. Rude. But I wouldn't want to be just a piece of concrete or something like that. I want to be coloured, dear. Coloured. The black hair. If perhaps I can get rid of that bald spot there, so I can just have a bit of black there. Black there. Nice sort of rouge, ready type lips there. A little bit of colour complexion there. I mean, I'd go so far as even to have a little bit of nail varnish. Be quite nice. And the toenails. No idea of the painting at all. They can't even keep, the lips. They can't even do it properly. So shocking. Anyway, that's what I have to say about the statues, Dreadful state of affairs. Can't even paint them properly. Just little slogans everywhere. They do need sprucing up, I'll give you that. But for God's sake, man, if you can't paint properly, please don't, darlings. Now, John's got a Lamborghini. Oh, please, you don't have a Lamborghini, John Parrish, darling. You can barely... What have you got? One of those little push-along cars that the children have. Where... The little legs are going like that. Like on the Flintstones. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. It's a yabba 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 doo ba ba. Thank you. Morning to Rachel. She's at Springfields. Yeah, I saw your pictures actually. She goes to Springfields in Spalding. Well, I've been a couple of times there. A couple of times. Actually, with my sister both times. We usually have a pizza while we're there. And it's got like all cheap stuff there. But Rachel went there yesterday and there's no one there. Was there, Rachel? Yeah, I remember you telling me that there. Morning to Kevin Arnold Ashburner. Welcome back, Kevin there, who's in Auckland, New Zealand. Good morning to Kevin. Welcome to our little strange, mysterious show there. Just scrolling down. Good morning to our silent viewers, keeping very, very quietly. Morning to the silent viewers this morning. Hello to Daniel Woodhouse, who's just woke up. Well, we're not surprised, Daniel. I mean, why get up at all? Daniel just gets up for a couple of hours to play computer games and eat, and then he goes back to bed again. Are you one of those people? There's a lot of those in the country. I'm telling you that now, my love. Excuse me. Oh, Christ. Where are we now? I've gone so far down there. You're chatting to each other. That's good. Where are we? Let's get going down. You're talking about eating fish. No, thank you. Not for me. It's not Jason Hughes' birthday. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. I think it's probably someone trying to trip me up on here. They do. You'll find that a lot on here. People are just permanently trying to trip me up rather than enjoy the show. Good morning to Peter Lake this morning. A beautiful day in Woodall Spa, which is not far from my caravan up there, actually. Peter Wright's there. There he is. He's been up to the shops already this morning. If you want to see Peter Wright's photographs today, we need 24 likes. We've got 13 at the moment, so not far to go there. Oh, we've got a super chat there. £2 super chat from Peter Wright pouring into the studio. The super chat is a tip. Thank you very much, Peter. 2 free raffle tickets. Every time someone sends us a tip, for every £1 tip you sent, I will send you a free raffle ticket. For some reason, I wrote Rachel on there. I don't know why. Peter Wright. And on a Thursday, we always have a super chatter raffle, 534 and 533 for you there, Peter. Okay? All right, so every time someone sends us a £1 tip, I'll give you a free raffle ticket, 1 for each pound, okay? And on a Thursday, we have a super chatter raffle, just for those of you that have sent in super chats as tips. And the prize changes each week. This week, we've got some really nice hooded tops, actually. Here we are. I've got 2 sizes, so you choose what size you want. Okay, I've got a large. They do come up large, I'll tell you that now. They have come up very large, I must say. We've got a large one and an extra large one. Okay, it's got that on the front, but I haven't got that on the back, just in case people will throw eggs at you. Anyone been egged before? So it's just, so you'll get egged from the front and not the back. I do prefer taking it from the front as well, don't you? Right, okay, so there we are. That's the prize for the Super Chatter raffle. I have to say, they're very high quality. And I should blooming well think so too, the price I paid. They really are quite high quality, these are. You can get some of these like cheap, like £7. I won't tell you what they were, but they certainly weren't anywhere near £7. All right, they are very high quality. So that's the Super Chatter raffle prizes this week, all right? Let's just scroll down. Rachel, that's why I must have said Rachel. I must have seen that. Rachel, while I was looking at the other one. There you go. Let me give Rachel 2 free raffle tickets. 535 and 536 for you there, Rachel. All right? There we go. 535 and 536. So there we are. Put that in there like that. Has that gone in? Yes, there we go. Thank you, Rachel, for the tip there. Much appreciated. Chris in Drag. I pay good money to see that. Have you not seen? There is a couple of bits and pieces for me in women's clothes. Actually, I've got a little nurse's outfit that I put on sometimes. Usually only. I don't think I'll get in it at the moment, to be honest, Heidi. Bit fat at the moment, love. Bit fat. That's me. Never mind. Have you got a larder, John? Have you really got a larder? I had a larder. Oh, I loved it. Blooming old everything it was. And it was hand painted black and red. I loved it. Never let me down. I had a larder. That was great. I also had, the worst car I ever had, John, was an FSO Polonaise. Oh, what a nightmare that was. Oh, it would just keep choking up. It would choke up in traffic. In and out the garage it was. I sold that before I'd finished paying for it. That's how much I hated it. Awful car. Daniel doesn't play computer games. Me neither, Daniel. Complete and utter waste of time there. Excuse me. Let me just scroll down a little bit quickly here because we're not keeping up at the moment. Good morning to AMS Clark. Hello to you, sir. AMS in the house. Good. Yeah, there we are. Good. There we go. So we've got 15 likes at the moment. Only 9 more likes, and I'll show you Peter's pictures this morning, my darlings. All right. Here's headphones. Who's got headphones? Now, I've got headphones, not ear, but ones, big ones that sit on your ear. I don't really get dirty very quickly. I don't think I possibly ever needed to clean my big DJ headphones. I mean, I used to come out, they used to stink of smoke. Because, of course, in those days, you could smoke in pubs. Smoke and drink, they used to smell of my headphones. But big things that covered my whole ear. These little things that you shove in your ear, I've got a few pairs of those that come free with phones and things like that. I don't like, I'm sorry. I do not like to have that thing stuck in your ear. And more often than not, the damn thing falls out anyway, doesn't it? My mate's got the latest. Oh, of course he has, He's got the latest Apple things, headphones without wires. Little white things. I noticed a lot of the lads seem to wear these as they walk around now, don't they? Little white things sticking out their ears. They don't look too bad, to be honest, but I can't have that things in the ear. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror today, TikTok account Clean That Up shared a video showing a simple method to remove all the dirt and grime which can build up in your headphones, gaining more than 2.4 million views. Now, you see, I wouldn't class those as headphones. That is headphones, what music people type wear. DJs, orchestra people, you always see them. Well, you don't see them with these in, do you? You see them with these things on their head. Not this thing stuck in your ear. And they must get dirty and filthy. How can you possibly get out all the wax that's just gone in below the little hole so you can't get it? They're disgusting. I wonder how many people have got ear infections or have had ear infections because they've had these things stuck in their ears. It says, in the Daily Mirror, we rarely leave the house without a pair of headphones to keep us entertained anymore. You must be who wrote this? Some blooming teenager? Oh, can't leave without the gadgets. Dear. They're used everywhere to take calls, listen to a podcast on the journey, or even as we work up a sweat in the gym. The only problem is all All those times they go in and out your ears mean they can build up some pretty nasty dirt on the inside, which can be a real struggle to remove. You may have tried to use keys or pens to scrape out the gunk. Oh! But one man has now shared an incredibly simple hack to leave them spotless. The only problem is, if you do it once, you'll have to make it a regular thing, as there's no going back once you see what you've been pulling out of your ears on a daily basis. Can I just I can't find my cold air thing in here. I don't know where that is now. Where is that? I'm quite hot this morning, as you can see. Where is my air conditioner thing? What have I done with it? Can you just give me a second or two? I need to find that somewhere. Has it fallen on the floor? I don't know where that is now. I'm very, very warm in here. Come on, where are you? Blooming machine. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I've got it. Right, hang on. I'll close the window as well. There we are. That's better. That'll be nice and cool in here in a minute. Sorry, I'm overheating a bit here. It says in a clip entitled "How to Clean Your Earpods," it explains you should start by running a toothpick around the inside of the headphones to remove the larger bits of dirt along the edges. Oh, I bet you wish you'd never done this, actually, by the time you've done it. Then comes the key step. Grab some Play-Doh. Do you remember Play-Doh? Oh, I like the smell, don't you? Do you like the smell of Play-Doh? I think I bought the children a couple of Haven holidays ago. And you open that, oh, the smell. I had this idea, you could open one and just leave it in the house as like a air freshener. But unfortunately, of course, it goes hard and then it doesn't smell anymore. It says grab some Play-Doh or blue tack and roll it into a ball before gently pressing it into the opening and removing. Repeat that until all the build-up is gone, and finish the process by putting a small amount of cleaning solution on a cotton bud used to clean the ears up. Used for ears to clean up the area before letting them dry. I mean, don't use bleach. For Christ's sake, don't use bleach. People have used bleach in the past, to clean areas of their body where they're not supposed to. You probably know, if you get too much bleach on your hands and it starts getting itchy, it's not doing you any good, is it? It says the video's been watched by a lot of people. Many people left impressed and a little grossed out by how well it had worked, with many admitting they had previously been using pencils, trying to pick the stuff. Oh, how awful. That's the sort of thing someone would do in a car, isn't it? Illegally while they're sitting at a traffic light. It says people were saying it actually works. So there you go. Little tip there on how to clean your earphones out. Disgusting, really. How awful. Absolutely awful. John says he had an FSO brand new. Yeah, that's right. Mine was brand new. It's £4,000. Brand new back in the 80s. I had a FSO brand new rubbish car. I traded it in for a BMW back in the 80s. FSO were Fiat. They were Polish, John, FSO. They were Polish, and it was, when I speak to my Polish friends about this old car that I had once, they were enormously popular in Poland. But the problem with mine was I would get in, it was all right when it was running along. Once it got into traffic, it would start choking and coughing and die. Now, I thought it was something to do with the electric fan not kicking in. So I hot-wired the electric fan to a button so I could turn it on. So as soon as I hit traffic, I'd turn the fan on. No, it wasn't that. It would literally sit there choking and coughing, and then it would just die in traffic. Then I'd have to restart it. I'd have to keep restarting the damn thing. In and out the garage it went, and it went. They kept telling me, well, we've cleaned out the carburetors. And in the end, I got rid of it. It was an absolute nightmare, this car. But that was the problem with mine. They never was able to sort that out. Don't know what it was. Shame, really. I quite like the look of it. I did like the look of it, but it was just useless. It never broke down. I will give it that. It never broke down, as in won't start or can't move. It was just an absolute nightmare in traffic. And, if you can imagine, you come into a roundabout or something and you've been in traffic. So you've got the problem. The problem's there. And you get the roundabout and, okay, here we go. And you put your foot down and it just dies. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. So there we are. Good morning this morning to Adam Rumford, who's new on the channel. Welcome along, Adam. We just have a little bit of a laugh Monday to Saturday round about this time. Hope you enjoy our little show. I come in and out of the chat box. I don't concentrate too much on it. Otherwise, there's no stories, you see. All right, so welcome along, Adam. Do let us know where you are, sir. Peter sent the picture at 6:30 this morning. Yes, I said that earlier. Are you paying attention, Peter? Please pay full attention to the show, Peter, or there will have to be issued Pain and Suffering by Mandy Davenport, my darling, who is possibly one of the most reliable people on this show, always standing by ready to dish out pain and suffering. Thank you. Those things are called ear pods, are they? I'm sure you've got them, John. A lot of people have got these ear pods. They're not for me. I don't like that thing stuck in your ear hole all day long. It can't be good, especially if you've just been swimming or something like that, I would imagine, John, right? Because after you've been swimming, your ears are wet. Well, if you're going to stick something in them, similar to what I was saying at the beginning of the show there, you know, when these people dry their washing in their houses and they don't open the windows, no ventilation. Well, it must be the same with your ear. Your ear has to dry out, doesn't it? Otherwise, you'll get all sorts of viruses and infections growing in there, dear. You know, awful. Yeah, you don't think, like when you die and that. Morning to Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. When you die, you get the rigor mortis, don't you? Does that mean you almost kind of turn into a statue? Well, God, I hope that doesn't happen to me while I'm out. Someone might come along and try and paint me. I might have a slogan across my chest like that while I'm pea pods in your lungs. What are pea pods? Is that what you call them? Peter's got the earbuds. Oh, I don't like them. You can't put them in your ear when you just come swimming or you've just got out of the shower. Your ear needs to dry out. It's very important. Don't come back to me when you've got an ear infection because you keep shoving these things in your ear. And keep them clean, you dirty people. Make sure you keep those cleans there. Morning to Adrian Richardson. If they make a statue of you, what position and what way would you like to face? Towards the sun, I think. Well, preferably towards another picture of me, to be honest, Adrian. I can't think of anything better. Oh, I know. If I was to be made into a statue, I'd like to be facing a large video screen of it playing shows with me on it. There you go. I can't think of anything better than that, actually. After I finish the show, I run downstairs and I watch some of my old shows all over again. So much entertainment. And so much better than some of the trash on the telly now. But talking of trash on the telly, I have some very good news. Wow, someone has seen sense. In the Daily Mail and many of the other papers this morning, boys and girls, an episode of Fawlty Towers which featured racist language, or so they say. We don't consider it racist language, we consider it humour. A lot of it's humour. You know, when he was doing the German thing, to me that's humour. That's not racist, it's humour. But they make up the rules as they go along. Anyway, an episode of Fawlty Towers which featured racist language has been put back on UK TV after the streaming site took it down yesterday. Thank God for that. Someone's seen common sense at last. The episode, entitled The Germans, fondly remembered for the line "Don't mention the war," will return to the platform with warnings highlighting potentially offensive content and language. Where do they get this stuff from? A statement from the organiser said, it's owned. UK TV is owned by BBC Studios and temporarily made The Germans unavailable when it carried out the review. How dare you tell us what to watch and what not to watch? Put it on. We'll decide that. We don't need nannying, dear. Put it back on. Well, they've done it. The decision to remove it was criticised by John Cleese, who played the hotel owner Basil Fawlty in the series. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. UK TV's statement said, "We already offer guidance to viewers across some of our classic comedy titles, but we recognise that more contextual information can be required on our archived comedy." This would be some millennial snowflake when it's sitting in an office somewhere coming out with this crap. So we'll be adding extra guidance and warnings to the front of programmes to highlight potentially offensive content and language. Well, we're not offended. We are not offended. Put it back on. put it back on. We will reinstate Fawlty Towers once that extra guidance has been added, which we expect in the coming days. Well, thank God for that. Someone's seen sense at last. Anyway, I'm glad to see that's back on there at last. Dear me. Adam, where's Adam? There he is. Adam is in... Oh, you're just chatting to each other there. Let me have a look there. Let's see if we can find out where Adam is. Where is Adam in the world? Don't know. You're chatting away to each other there. Okay. Sorry, I've got very back there. I will have to start back at the bottom again there. I can't keep up there. Heidi, glad they put Fawlty Towers back on. What on earth is happening? But they pull loads of stuff. Well, we're waiting for stuff to come. The Carry On films will be next. Oh, they're really sexist. They're offensive to women. No one's being offensive to women. That is what you see. You see, I'm a great believer. You see what you want to see. That's basically the be-all and end-all of it. If you're looking for something that is offensive, you will find it. You will find it in anything. In anything at all. And all this going back in time all the time crap about, oh, that's offended me and there and that's offended me. Well, I said on the show, how far back do you want to go? You know, I'm a Catholic. Shall I start taking the Jews to court? The Jewish... our wonderful Jewish friends to court? Shall I start taking them to court for crucifying Jesus, to add Jesus to the cross? No, don't be silly. Of course not. Is there a time limit that you can go back so far? And sometimes, as I say, digging stuff up from the past isn't doing anyone good, especially if they're blooming dead. Just a waste of time, it really is. Adam's in High Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. Oh, I know that. I know High Wycombe, Adam. My friend lives there, Nikki. Nikki French. She represented us for the Eurovision some years ago. Don't play that song again. She does this little dance like that. She's wonderful, Nikki. Very, very good friend of mine. Love her. When your car cuts out, it's auto. No, George. You've obviously joined us a little bit late there. How are we doing on the likes? 5 more likes, and you get to see Peter Wright's photos today. Oh, what else have we got there? Okay, nothing really. That's it. Good. Morning to Shania Steele. Good morning Good morning, Shania. Hope you're well this morning. Young Shania Steele is in the house. Now, a woman has been stunned after finding a note stuck to a block of cheese. This is another one from the Daily Mirror this morning. It says a woman was left completely baffled when she found a note stuck to a block of cheese sitting on the supermarket shelf. While Rebecca loved the sweet message, others have joked that it was a bit cheesy. Oh, please. That's the sort of jokes we get sent in by Simon Keane usually. Morning, Simon. Rebecca, who's in Melbourne, Australia, was walking around her local Woolworths, because over there they have Woolworths in Australia, and they're like supermarkets. You get everything in there that we used to have in our own Woolworths, plus a food section. And it's just like walking into Tesco's or somewhere like that. And Rebecca was walking around her local Woolworths when she spotted the note which read, "To whoever is reading this, you are doing great. You deserve an amazing and happy day today." I think we need to start doing this. Rebecca shared that. Oh, no, but no doubt that would be illegal to do something like that, I suppose. Rebecca shared the note on Facebook with a caption, "Not something you see at Woolworths every day, but made me smile." A number of people commented on her post, with a few saying how lovely the note was. One person said how sweet it was, and another said they loved the idea. So I think that's what you need to do, boys and girls, to make someone a little bit happy in the morning and to take their mind off certain things. Get yourself, a set of post-it notes. I've had some post-it stickers here. Get yourself a little post-it notes or something like that, Write little notes on there. "Hello, I'm Mr. Cheese. I think you're great today. I hope you have a really nice day." Just imagine you'll get a little smile off there, won't you? Except for anyone miserable who will pick that up and just not understand the humour at all. There's so many of those around, aren't there? The sort of people that take 40 towers off the telly, my love. They're talking about Benidorm now. They're talking about Benidorm now, that there's something wrong with Benidorm. That's considered offensive. Why don't you just take your offence and shove it so far where the sun don't shine? That's what I say. No humour. No humour, these people. Now, did you panic buy toilet paper? Did you panic buy toilet paper? Well, in the Super Soaraway Sun today, people who felt threatened by the virus are like you who have stockpiled essentials such as toilet rolls in the early lockdown phase. Now, in a way that was me, because I ordered 144 toilet rolls off the internet. And in another way, it wasn't me, because I do that anyway. That's how I buy toilet paper. And I was getting low, so I ordered it. And that was just before the lockdown, actually. Ordered it before the lockdown. The next day, it all arrived, put it in the cupboard. And then suddenly, everyone was going out and buying toilet paper. I think it was possibly my fault. I think it was my fault. That's what it was. People saw large toilet paper arriving at my house. The neighbours started ringing around. There's a shortage of toilet paper. That bloke at number 17 has just bought all the toilet paper. And that's how it happened. Guilty. Guilty of love in the first degree. Consumers with anxious and conscientious personalities were found to be more likely to cave into panic buying than their more placid counterparts. Before the coronavirus lockdown was implemented in the UK, news of the virus and it spread across Europe to hit home, many people began to see the impact of it on governments and countries. As this happened, people across the country flocked to supermarkets, stocking up on essentials like toilet rolls, pasta and other tinned goods. You remember seeing the pictures of empty supermarkets shelves and the queues outside, and that's before they were only allowing a certain amount of people in the shop at any one time. Queues of people coming out with trolleys full of blooming toilet roll. Shelves were left empty. Many people were unable to shop for the items they needed. Research academics from Germany and Switzerland have revealed that your panic buying habits could all be down to your personality. The researchers surveyed loads of people, and it's the, what's it called? They called between 23rd of March and 29th of March, participants completed the Hexaco inventory. What's that? This is something that ranks 6 personality domains, which include honest, humility, emotionality, extroversion, agreeableness versus anger, open to experience, and what is that word? Conscientiousness. I don't know what that means. And so, here we go. Emotionality. People with high scores on this scale experience fears of physical danger and experience anxiety in response to life's stresses. I would say that was me, actually. People with high scores on this scale also need more support from others. Well, you don't get any of that here. Certainly not from you lot. God's sake. Throwing stuff at me all the time. People with low scores on this scale feel very little worry in stressful situations and don't feel the need to share their concerns with others. So, is that you? Did you panic buy toilet paper? Is that you, that one? Or is it this one, extroversion? People with very high scores on this scale feel positive about themselves, feel confident when leading or addressing groups of people. No, that's not me. Enjoy social gatherings. That's certainly not me. And interactions. No, definitely not me. And feelings of enthusiasm and energy. People with this very low scores on this scale upwards themselves unpopular and feel awkward at being the centre of attention. And there's some other bits and pieces there. So how did you do with the toilet paper? Did you buy a lot of toilet paper or not? Is that a normal thing for you to do? Buy a lot of toilet paper? You know, perhaps you do stuff like that anyway. I don't know. Once again, is someone arguing on here? Now listen, I'm not here to sort out arguments. If you start arguing among each others, right, I'm not interested. I'm not going to take one side or the other, no matter whose fault it is. But if you get nasty, you'll get blocked by one of the moderators. I've got some blooming good moderators on this channel. really good moderators, you won't get blocked unless you're really nasty. And let me tell you, once you're blocked, you're gone. That's it. There's no coming back. Okay? We don't go back a couple of months later and unblock people for being really nasty. So please, we stop arguing on that chat box. Or I'll just turn it off and we'll go back to what we had before without the chat box. Certain people on here create hassle. I'm fully aware of that, so stop doing it. Otherwise, you'll be gone. All right? Right, we're and I don't answer that on there. I'm not interested in answers. I'm here to sit here and do a show. The chat box is for you to talk, and I'll dip in and out as I do. Okay, so there you go. John Parrish needs a job. John Parrish needs a job. I'll have to think about that. Oh yes, John Parrish. I've got one for John Parrish. John Parrish, head of. Now, is it Filipino or Singapore? I can't remember now. I'll go with Filipino. If I'm incorrect, then tell me and I'll correct. Head of Filipino Affairs. There you go, John. All right? That's all I'm saying about that. That's all I'm saying about that. And the other thing I don't need is a producer. Someone telling me every 5 minutes what I can and can't do, okay? Yeah, I've got some very good moderators on there. They know exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing, okay? Peter got a low score, -50 in last week's quiz. Never mind. Never mind. John Paris, top radio host, buys all the toilet paper in Lincolnshire. Beware. Oh dear. Amelia's going for a shower. You go and clean yourself, my love. I'm sure you don't need to go for a shower, Amelia. You're very clean, clean already, aren't you, darling? All right. Good. Excellent. Walking to work. Who walks to work? Oh, let's all walk to work. They always say, don't they? It's very good for you. Well, you don't know what to believe anymore because in the Daily Mail today, it may have many health benefits, including cutting the risk of catching the virus, but walking to work could produce more greenhouse gas than driving. A study has found. You see, you can't win, can you? Isn't it over the years, we've always been told something, yogurt's good for her, yogurt's got this in it, and do you remember the eggs? Edwina Curry and the eggs. All eggs contain salmonella. Do you remember that? Immediately, the bottom dropped out of the egg market. Don't drop your eggs, incidentally. My mate had an indentation on one of his eggs yesterday. He said, do you think this is all right? We're having a FaceTime. Well, I said, yeah, why not? He said, oh, I think I should chuck it away. I said, is it out of date? No. I said, it'd be fine. Put the egg in there. If it smells funny, chuck it away. Don't just chuck stuff away. I hate people chucking food away. So he's put it in there. It's a double yolk. Double yolk? I don't think I've ever had a double yolk. He said, oh, look, it's a double yolk. What does that mean anything, the fact that there's a double yolk in there? Does that actually mean anything? Is that better for you, or is there something wrong with the egg? I don't know. Well, he ate it anyway. He's not dead yet. It says, so the story in the Daily Mail, the carbon footprint of producing the extra food a walker needs as fuel for the journey would be more than that of a car travelling the same distance. You can't win, can you? You seriously can't win. Researchers estimate that in a country with high-calorie diets, such as the UK, walking 1 kilometre would require food that would have generated around 0.26 kilograms of carbon dioxide, compared with 0.21 kilograms of carbon dioxide for the petrol used by a car. You can't win. The scientists, and they're in New Zealand and Oxford University as well, said a car share scheme over short distances could produce less greenhouse gas than one person walking. Cycling was more energy efficient than either driving or walking. It says food is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions, and the scientists calculate that in developed countries like the UK, eating extra food has a huge impact on greenhouse gas emissions. So what they're saying there is, if you're walking to work, you will eat more. I don't think so. Somehow, you know, well, possibly many of you do walk to work, and then when it rains, you drive. Do you eat any more when you walk than when you drive? I doubt that very much. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. I really don't. Um, cheerio, Adam. I'll see. No show tomorrow morning, Adam. On Sundays we do bingo. Sunday night, 8 o'clock is bingo. If you want to be added to that, send us an email and add you to the system. I've got a couple of empty spaces on there at the moment. If you want to play the bingo and you're not already on the system, just send us a couple of an email there, and I'll add you to the system, because a couple of people came off last week after winning and not claiming the prize. Or anyone else. If you want to be added to the bingo system, I'll put you on for tomorrow, and it should be okay. Fingers crossed. All right. Mick says there's a lot of gas here today, and it's not me. Mandy's had spaghetti. Does that give you gas, Mandy? Spaghetti? Does it? Rachel. I've lost it now. Where's that gone there? Rachel, where are you, Rachel? Rachel, it all depends how many times you fart on the way to work. Oh, that gets worse as you get older. As you well know, Rachel. You're walking along, you can't stop it anymore, can you? Do you remember when you were young and you wouldn't dare, fart in someone else's company? I don't bother now. My mate accused me of pointing it towards him the other day. Daniel, we used to have a woman in my own Romford market who used to sell white eggs that always seemed to be double yolkers. These days are still around, but without the double yolkers. Yeah, I don't know if that means anything or not. Really having like a double yoker there. Right, there you go. He's still at it, isn't he? I'll tell you what. Just a minute. This is just stupid. Right, okay. Okay, we got 26 likes now, boys and girls, for Saturday's show. 26 likes. So I'm now very, very pleased to bring you Peter Wright's pictures today, gang. Peter Wright's pictures are here. Check these out. These are his latest gadgets. I can just find the damn things. There we are. There we go. These are his latest gadgets. He put a little camera there. Is that a camera or a speaker? I think it's a camera. There's his new Amazon Show device, which is quite good. Have you found out to do the YouTube yet on there? There? So they're good. But this is the one that interests me. This is an Amazon clock. Okay, there's no second hand, but that is an Amazon clock. Have you seen one of those before? Ever seen an Amazon clock on there? Okay. So I've looked this up. So thanks very much for sending those in, Peter. There's Peter's pictures. I'll let them go round again. So first of all, you've got to pair an Amazon clock to within 9 meters of a compatible Echo device, like like the little round thing that some of you have got, all that thing with a screen there. It says Echo wall clock helps you stay organised and be on time. Easy to read analog clock shows the time. Digital 60 LED display shows a timer or multiple timers set through a paired Echo device. It syncs the time, so you don't have to adjust it at all. And you can say Amazon set a 12-minute timer and see it count down at a glance on the clock. It's good, isn't it? And it's not dear. 30 quid. 30 quid for that clock. I do like the look of that. I'm tempted. They've got quite a lot of stuff now, haven't they? Clocks and dots and... What's that? What's an Echo input? I don't know what that is. But I wonder what will come next. It's got various pictures of it doing various different things there. Nice. We like the clock there, Peter. Thanks very much for sending those in. Much appreciated there. Rachel misses passing wind. What happens? Does the bag blow up or something like that, Rachel? Have you got a little hole on there? Sometimes, oh my God. You must empty it, surely. Otherwise it'll burst. Does air end up going in that bag? What happens to the excess air then? Surely you must get excess air, don't you? Where does that go? Does it come up as a burp or something like that? We're learning something this morning from Rachel. John, eggs with 2 yolks are perfectly safe and are said to bring good fortune. Well, when will that happen? We need some good fortune in this country at the moment, my love. There you go. Michael likes the pictures there. It's a Wi-Fi cam, is it? Yeah. Well, I've got one of those as well. I've got a couple of those actually. Not here, but I have got a couple there. Right, just a second, my darlings. Let's just do something on here for a second. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 ba. I think I'm getting this wrong here somehow. There we go. Got it. There we are. That's better. Good. Talking about walking now being bad for the environment. Not as bad as plastic rain. Oh, yes. We've got plastic rain now. Did you know that? Again, from the Daily Mail this morning. Tiny pieces of plastic, known as microplastics, are filling the Earth's atmosphere and being discovered raining down on US national parks like the Grand Canyon. But it's now raining plastic in this world. It just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? Researchers from Utah State University used high-resolution equipment to discover samples of this plastic pollution that had rained down from the atmosphere. More than 1,000 tons of microplastics were discovered over 11 remote US locations, including protected areas, having travelled through the air like rain. So these tiny bits are now being sucked up and it's coming down as rain. It's all over, isn't it, for this planet? It's just a matter of time. I do believe that. It's all over for this planet, mate. Nothing we can do now. Oh, dear. The study focused on US national parks and protected wildlife areas, but it's expected this type of plastic pollution could be found anywhere around the world. Rocky Mountain National Park had the greatest amount of microplastics among the national parks and wilderness areas in the study. And they really are tiny little pieces. I suppose you'd end up drinking, I don't know. Someone identified plastic and polymers collected over 14 months in 11 national parks and wilderness areas. We were shocked at the estimated deposition rates and kept trying to figure out where our calculations went wrong. It's raining plastic. Plastic is highly resilient and lasts a long time before it breaks down, something that makes it very useful in life. However, these same properties lead to a progressive fragmentation instead of degradation in the environment, and they remain as tiny particles. These microplastics are known to accumulate in wastewaters, rivers and oceans. This research shows they also accumulate in the atmosphere, which I didn't know that. I knew about it in the water. Even in the ground, when I walk over the forest, you come across crisp packets and cans and things left there by disgusting people who haven't taken it home. But even the plastic, they bury it in the ground, don't they? Doesn't go anywhere, just sits there. It's terrible, really. Well, now apparently it's been sucked up with all the water and it comes down as rain all over the planet. It's just hopeless, isn't it? Denise Andrews, morning Denise. Raining plastic on our plastic grass. Oh, you haven't got plastic grass, have you, Denise? Oh no, dear. I can't be doing plastic grass, my love. That gets hot when you stand on it, doesn't it? My niece has got it. She's in Cyprus. And everyone's got plastic. She's on Aquateria, the RAF base. And everyone on there's got plastic grass because grass is just too hot for it to grow. It doesn't grow. But I don't like, you walk on it and you get hot feet, don't you? It's also raining Mendes, says Peter. Not on this channel, it's not. I think I'm the only real man here, to be honest. Huh? Oh, John's got a new gadget, a Google Chromecast. We can stream lots of great movies to our TV, Disney, Amazon Prime Video and many others. Fantastic, John. Yeah, if you've not got a smart TV, and there's plenty of people with older televisions that aren't smart, you know, that are working perfectly well. No need to buy a new telly. You can just get a Google Chromecast thing and plug that in. Or an Apple box. You could plug that in, but that would be a bit more expensive. Chromecast, about 30 quid. Am I right with that one? About 30 quid, one of those, isn't it? Chromecast. Very good if you want to turn your telly smart. I don't know, those of you that haven't got a smart telly, just go and buy a Chromecast. It gets plugged into the HDMI socket, and that's it. All right? See how it goes quiet when I'm trying to sort out messages. Morning to Fran Green. Good morning, Fran. She's listening to the show and decorating 50th birthday party. Happy birthday to whoever's 50. Denise likes we like real grass, Denise. We do like real grass. 30 quid. I thought it was something like that. Daniel Holmes has got an Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, you just plug them in. Plug them in and you get a smart telly out of that, don't you? Wonderful. There you go. If you want to know more about Rachel's little problems, Mr. Colitis Crohn's on Facebook. He's great. That'll tell you all you need to know about Rachel's little problem there. Okay. Good. What else have we got here? Girl 4 hilariously leaves dad in hot water. In the Daily Mirror this morning, a dad has been panicking, despite knowing he'd done nothing wrong. Oh yes, children seem to have an unrivaled talent of being able to ask the wrong questions at the wrong time and walk away innocently, leaving a trail of destruction behind them, as you well know. Whether it's is this something a child's asked you before? Whether it's telling a white lie to your friends or making up an excuse to teachers at school, your child will never miss an opportunity to call you out on it and leave you awkwardly to pick up the pieces. One man learned that his young daughter isn't scared to land him in hot water at home, even when he's done nothing wrong. Someone tweeted a hilarious story of when his 4-year-old girl tried to do him in and get him into trouble with his wife, as one person warned him that she's made it very clear where her loyalties lie when it comes to her parents. He explains his daughter asked, "Mummy, why is your bra in Daddy's car?" Leaving him baffled and panicking as his wife gave him the killer side-eye. Can I do that? Shall I do the killer side-eye? Giving him a killer side-eye, knowing she hadn't been in his car for weeks. As the dad protested his innocence and refuted her claims, there was a bra in his car, she added. Yeah, a cup thing with straps. To get to the bottom of the devastating accusation, all three then marched out to the garage to have a look, where they discovered a face mask laying between the two front seats. This is from 2018. The tweet from 2018 recently resurfaced, and people were left impressed by how quickly she was willing to sell him out. As one said, "Your daughter letting you know she will snitch on you. I'm howling." A third wrote, "She'd been planning this for weeks, trying to get on your side of the bed and double Christmas." Has any of your children ever done anything like that, I wonder? Mick Davenport's got 3 fire sticks. Streaming stuff from his phone to those, I'm sure you are. Peter Wright's got Chromecast and fire stick as well. Peter's 50. You're not 50, are you, Peter? You're 72? Something like that? 71, 72? Can't remember now. Amelia's back from her shower and we're still here talking, Amelia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've dragged you back to the computer there, my love. What's John doing? Gonna start painting the hallway. Rather you than me. I hate it. My other half got paints with glitter. Can I borrow your mirror ball? We can have it as a disco. You can buy those. They're not expensive mirror balls. You can get mirror ball and a motor, probably I think for about 30 quid. That's not a particularly large one. I think that's a 12-inch job behind me there. You get very small ones and that. Oh, thank you. It's nearly my pills time. Time for my pills, gang. Time for the pills, my loves. There we go. Good. We'll do one more story. And then we will do today's raffle tickets, boys and girls. Oh, if you want a raffle ticket, please speak now. And I'll do these straight after one more story. And I don't know what we're all going to do for fun. because the World Porridge Making Championships 2020 is off. They've moved it online. Oh my God, do you like porridge? Who likes porridge? I like porridge. I don't have it much. I have overnight oats, which consists of porridge and fat-free yogurt and blueberries this morning in a jar. Well, the organisers... This is terrible news, boys and girls. Terrible news. Worse than the statues. Worse than the statues. The organisers of the World Porridge Making Championships have been forced to move the competition online after the Scottish event was cancelled due to the ongoing crisis. The annual event, which is now in its 27th year and was due to take place in the Highland village of Carbridge on Saturday. Ba 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 ba. A little bit of Scottish music for you there, boys and girls, as sung by me. Highland Village of Carbridge on Saturday will now become a virtual competition with the best recipe videos being published on the Golden Spurtle website. That's an awful name, isn't it? Golden Spurtle. I don't like that. On World Porridge Day, which is on the 10th of October. I like the jumbo porridge oats, don't you? Ready Breck's all right, but proper Scottish. Sugar or salt, everyone? Sugar for me. Sugar or salt? What's on your porridge? Sugar or salt? Let me know. Last year, both main titles headed south of the border, with Lisa Williams, who runs a social enterprise and a community cafe for adults with learning disabilities in Suffolk, crowned World Porridge Making Champion 2019. So that's it. No porridge competition, at least not at a place. However, they're doing it online. This year, instead of the usual live championship event held in Carbridge, competitors have been asked to submit a video of themselves making their favourite sweet or savoury dish containing oatmeal. Porridge oats. Yes! The clips should be between 3 and 5 minutes long. Well, that'd be no good for me, will it? How can I just talk for 3 minutes? Not possible. And should show the ingredients and the finished product. The organisers are keen to stress that they aren't looking for professional cookery videos. Good quality mobile phone footage will do just fine. Entries will be judged on the blending and harmony of the porridge with other ingredients. So there we are. Do you want to enter the porridge competition? Eh? Could do something like that. Remember, you can always send videos, short videos and photos in for us to show on the show. There's the email address there, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk to send your bits and pieces in to me. All right, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, as indeed Peter Wright did this morning, which is great. Okay, let's have a look there. Any emails this morning come in? Yep, I've got some. I've got your emails for raffle tickets. I'll deal with those straight after the show. But meanwhile, let's do today's raffle tickets, and probably you've got a few bits and pieces there. Right, where are we starting then? Let's just go up a little bit there. I think the first one is Michael Lawrence. Here we go then. Raffle tickets. This is for Monday's raffle, okay? For Monday's raffle for our fridge magnet. If you're new to the show, this is what you win. One of those. You get a raffle ticket every time there's a show at the end of the show, right? Okay? And we draw the raffle on Monday, and it's for one of these nice, thick fridge magnets. Okay? As you can only get those by winning them. You can't buy them or anything like that, all right? So if you want a raffle ticket, ask now, my darling. Michael Lawrence, here we go. 917 for Michael Lawrence. John Aitken, 918. Mick Davenport, 919. Fran Green, 920. Tony King, 921. Jason Hughes, 922. Andy, 923. Daniel Holmes, 924. Gary Davidson, 925. Peter Wright, 926. Rachel, 927. Maureen 928. Make sure you write the numbers down, okay? Because when we draw the raffle on Monday, I only read the numbers. It's up to you to claim the ticket, my love. All right? We've done Rachel. Daniel loves porridge. I have honey in mine, actually, not sugar. I lied. Usually a little bit of honey in mine. I tried maple syrup once. No. Didn't really do it for me, the maple syrup. No, not for me there. John Aitken likes porridge. I love it. I love porridge. I do love porridge. Heidi Young. Thank you, Heidi. 929. Heidi Young. Not long now, Heidi. Not long now, my love. I think what are we in? What's 13? 1, 2. I think 3 weeks. And we'll be able to start moving around. Fab. There's no oats for me, Simon. It's been a few years now, my darling. But we all live in hope. There's always hope, dear. There's always hope. Thank you. Where are we now? Where did we get to? Gavin likes porridge as well. Thought you might, Gavin. We like the porridge. Sugar for Fran. Yeah, sugar for me as well. Morning, Simon. Sugar for me. Not salt in porridge. What about our Scottish friends? John, sugar and salt. What, at the same time, John? Oh. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Sugar and salt on porridge at the same time. Heidi Young, golden syrup. Ooh. I know golden syrup. Oh, what did we used to have that on? I think we used to have that on bread. Golden syrup. Oh, it's delicious. That's a thought, yeah. Tate and Lyle, golden syrup. In the green can, innit? Yes. Daniel has it as it is. Sometimes with golden syrup there. Cheerio, Amelia. Nice to see you, my love. Sugar for Gavin. Oh, yes. Mandy's going to put slow Hawaiian cooked casserole with dumplings. Well, that sounds nice. There we are. Shut the door. GL, let's have a look. Sounds delicious. Hawaiian casserole. Where are we now? Ticket for Peter Paliwoda. 930, Peter. One ticket for Peter Paliwoda there. Denise Andrews. I collect fridge magnets. Ticket for Denise. 931 for you, Denise. All right, Denise, 931. Whereabouts are you, Denise? Did I ask you that earlier? And, Andrew. I forgot the R in there. Andrews, 9. Make sure you write the number down, Denise. I know you're new there, my love. 931 for the lovely Denise. Where are you in the world? Do let us know. AMS Clark, 932. Let's have a look. Diane Jeb, 933. Sweet and savoury at the same time. Okay, interesting. I don't think I'd try that. Not sure I'd try something like that. Heidi's just starting to pack the house up in Norway, ready to head back in July, probably late on. She's coming over on the ferries. Well, it won't be long now. Peter, sugar and salt, sweet and sour. Yeah, that's right. Suet pudding with Tate and Lyle's. Oh, John, now you're talking. The Heinz, you know the Heinz ones, they do it in a tin, don't they? Mind you, the tin used to be like that. It's not like that anymore. Blooming tiny things. They put them in a little plastic thing now, don't they, the Heinz ones? Heinz steamed puddings in a tin. Oh, with treacle on the top. So nice. John puts a banana and honey on it. Yeah, I do that. Oh, it's nice. Denise is in Lincolnshire. Oh, that's where my caravan is, Denise. In Chapel Hill. Are you near Chapel Hill at all, Denise? That's where my our Lincolnshire television studio complex is there. You may have seen my appearance on Look North. Did you see me on Look North back in January? I was on Look North. Suet pudding, Heidi Young. Can't get suet here. I bought a stash. Great in pastry. I love it. Have I missed anyone out on the raffle tickets? If so, speak now, boys and girls. If I've missed out your name, speak now. Do you know what, Heidi? I don't think... Oh, of course I know who you are now, Denise. What an idiot. I know who you are now. You're Alton's wife, aren't you? What an idiot. God. I was talking to you only the other day. Sorry, there's so many names flashing up here. It's difficult to keep eye on it all. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, Denise. I know you are now. Delana, darling. What does he call you, Delana? He calls you something like that, doesn't he? Excellent. Good. Right, let's do today's birthday. Hello, Mark Jones. Hello, 934 for you, Mark. Mark Jones, ticket number 934 for young Mark. All right. Let's do today's birthdays. We've only got 7 birthdays today. Mark Kelly. Good morning, Mark. A.K.A. Kelly Mild. Happy birthday to you, Mark Jones, this morning. Mark Kelly, sorry. Mark Kelly this morning. Happy birthday. Mark Harrison. Good morning, Mark. Another one. Happy birthday to a second Mark today. Woody Francis. Happy birthday to you. Angie Brown. You would know Angie Brown. She had hits out mainly in the 90s. She had some music, but possibly more huge in the 90s. Angie Brown, she said, I'm going to get you, baby. I'm going to get you. Yes, I am. That one. Wonderful. And I met her a couple of years ago. What a scream. Wonderful person. And I pushed the buttons for her as well at, I think it was someone's birthday party. But happy birthday to you, Angie Brown. Brian Reed today is 44 years old. Happy birthday, Brian Reed. And George DeMichael is 43 years old today. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right. Once again, gang, if there's anyone else that might want to be added to the bingo system for tomorrow night, pop us an email there. I'll try adding you to the system. I think it will work. I don't think the problem was the actual program, but the fact that we're coming via Gmail, and we're not doing that now. We're coming through Virgin Media, which seems to be working a lot better. Possibly one or two of you have already asked about that. Heidi Young, I think you're still with us at the moment. Just to let you know how that works, so I'll add you to the system. Then I'll send you an email telling you've been added to the system. And then tomorrow, throughout the course of the day, starting at about 8 o'clock, you'll get 3 bingo tickets through the email. They could appear in your spam folder or anywhere. I never know where they're going to end up, but do keep an eye out those. You'll get 3 tickets, one for a game at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and 9 o'clock. So you'll get those tickets through the post. They look similar to a bingo ticket, but not the same. You'll see the numbers are not quite in order. And then we play tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. All right, either print them off or you can just write down the numbers and cross them off on a bit of paper, and I'll explain tomorrow night more at 8 o'clock. Anyone else that'd like to go onto the bingo system and join us tomorrow night? Fingers crossed it works for you. There's a possibility it won't quite work and you won't get the tickets, but we'll find out tomorrow. All right, anyone else? Send us an email there and I'll add you onto the system. Also, if you've got anything to send me, pictures, little videos of anything that you do, you're interested in, picture of your house, picture of you, picture of your cake that you've just baked, your garden, your pet cat, whatever it is, and you want me to show them, just send them through to that email address and I'll put them on the next morning show, which will be on Monday. It won't be on the nighttime show because that's a different thing. All right? So that'll be on Monday morning's show. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, and thank you very much for watching and listening. See you soon. Bye-bye now.